choose a movie. If you need to rewatch it again, watch it. So you're going to build a color palette based on the media's use of color to establish a theme or to help tell a story. Um, you have two ways of doing it. Okay, you can either create it with color pencils, okay, or you can also create it in Adobe Photoshop. We'll talk about that in a minute. As you watch the film, take notes and make color swatches that you feel identify the key scenes, themes, or narrative elements. At the end of the show, take all of your notes and build a unified palette of 10 colors. And then once your color palette is completed, you need to answer the following questions. What are the primary characteristics of the palette? Warm, cool, saturated, desaturated, etc. What impact did this palette have on the mood of the show? Are there any particular colors this show or film returns to often? And what about this palette? What about this palette make this film or program look like itself? If the color were changed, how it might feel differently. I don't want too short. You don't have to go into a huge amount of detail, but maybe about a paragraph for each. So I have, so how to create a color palette. You can create it by hand with color pencils or markers, or you can use this website. In here, you can upload an image. Okay, there it is. And see what it does? It creates a color palette for you. The only thing is, that this is only 9 colors. So you need 10 colors. Okay, so you may and I don't believe yeah, that it doesn't look like there's a way to add another color. I don't yes.
My favorite movie is black and white. No black and white
Oh no.
movies. Okay.
Yeah, that would be funny, yeah. But is that what you were thinking?
You can colorize it, right?
Yes, you have to
Yeah.
decolorize it. But like some of them have like a duotone,
Uh-huh.
but you still have to come up with 10 colors.
Right.
So that would be really hard on you. Now, remember that I care and I don't care?
Right.
I care that you get it done right. I don't care how you get there. So let's say you're doing this, you could screenshot this, open it up in Photoshop,
With pixels.
and create another palette. And that would be your image that you need. Okay? I mostly care on this about the information here, but I still want to see your little screenshot. The other way to do it, but it's a little bit more complicated, there's an app called Adobe Capture. If you have access to the Adobe programs, You download it on your phone and then you log in with your school ID. And then what it does is like a camera. You literally take the picture and it pulls up swatches for you. I put them in here. Let me show you. See, it is. The only problem with that is that's only five. So, I mean, get creative. You can either open this in Photoshop and do this twice and then combine the photos. It's a little bit more complex. So, however you feel that you can get there. I want to see one image where your swatches are below your image. So what you're going to include, so as an example, like this, you could go to canvas size. And this is if you have that, if you have taken Photoshop, but most of you have. Why can I size it down? I cannot size this down. It doesn't, the computer doesn't have enough RAM for the updates. So I can't size this down. But anyway, you would go to scale, transform, size this down, and then add your other five. There it is. We'll pretend these are different. And then what you do, and then what you do, you take this, where's crop? And that's your, and that would be what you would turn in. So you create that, you finish your paragraph, and then you add your screenshot at the bottom. Yes.
So you know how like on the website you do non-palettes?
What's that?
You know how like on the website you do the non-palettes? And what if you use the capture to have a totally different color?
That's
Take one off that and add it with the one.
totally okay. Okay. I mean, if you, it doesn't look like this website. If you find another website, if you, I don't, if you find another way of doing, yeah. See, here's where you can get it too. So when you click on the mine, this is just the width of the colors. So, however you can figure it out. Okay, it's like I don't want to take you down the path of like I want you to learn how to use Photoshop. I just want to get the color swatches right, your screenshot, and your paragraph. So you can, and then you can drop it. You can do it in Word if you want to. So you're going to include your screenshot with the swatches, and then you're going to answer the questions. Any questions on this? And this will be your very last assignment. You just have to turn it in by the 13th. So you guys have um, so here's where we are. Have you guys done this yet? Super easy. I think you'll enjoy it. Um, do this, and obviously on the movie, you can literally just like use it as your leisure and just watch the movie that you want. And I'll add the assignment here in a second at the bottom.